Hello, welcome to my studio. I brought the wrong lens today, so it's a bit more up close and personal than normal. But whatever, who cares? Nobody cares. Thanks for sending in tracks, everybody. I'm sure we'll get some more as we go, but for now, we are going to start with Holy Fuck. And my camera decided to stop working as well, which is absolutely incredible. Why did I do it that way? Oh dear. There we go. Okay. And I'm back. Going well, so shut up, Bleed. What else would you expect from me? All right, I'm bad at everything except maybe listening to music and maybe giving some thoughts. Let's make sure I don't have any mastering shit on, and then we will get started. Looks as though we are good to go. It rhymes, so we will go. All right, let's have a listen to Multifuck Stranded. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what where I'm at. Hold on. There seems to have been many starts of many ideas thus far.
Only good vibes when you come into my place.
Okay, am I... Let me just make sure I'm not doing anything bad. It's crunchy, and I think it's probably, you know, crunchy because you've made it crunchy. But I just want to make sure I'm not crunching it up anymore. So, like, you know, the major key thing, I'm going to say this every time somebody sends something in that's in a major key. It's challenging. In fact, I came out to the studio today to work on a remix that somebody asked me to do, and it's in a major key, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because I just can't write in a major key. We're going to try to look past that because that is pretty much, I think, like a taste thing. So we'll look past that. Some more technical feedback that the clap and the kick are really crunching together quite aggressively. I'd solo the kick and the clap together and see what's happening on your master bus. I feel like you might see some serious stuff happening. Is there something weird happening? You could make it musically ambiguous by taking out the thirds. You could. But again, I'm not necessarily saying this is a problem to solve. I think this is a problem that I would have with this kind of sounding track. To me, it just sounds too cheerful, which I guess is the point, you know? So I don't know. I don't know if that's valuable feedback. It's just how I feel about the track. Now, what you've done, I think from last week you sent this in and the arpeggio, I had the comment that the arpeggio wasn't like a melody enough, and I feel like you've improved on that, but it still kind of feels a bit like you've taken the same intervals and just moved it up and down with the chord progression. So in that way, there's no real kind of drama. There's no it loses its interest because if you think about it, if this is like this is like the melody, you know, like the pitch of the melody, and I don't know why I'm not doing this in here. Let me do it in the stream. Scroll down. I gotta put my phone on vibrate. Okay, so if you think about, hold on one sec. If you think about the melody, it's funny because I don't think that was feedback for you, but I'm drawing the note progression in the same way. If this is the melody, the dun 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 dun, whatever, right? And all you're doing is kind of just like moving it, like, you know, like moving it along to follow the chords. We don't have any difference in kind of relation. There's no there because these are the chords that are being played, you know what I mean? And we get kind of the same feeling each time. It's just like you've just transposed the chords and the melody equal distance, where it might be more interesting, like something, a very common practice that people do is they keep I know that this is very kind of I don't think ambiguous is the right word, but it's very it might be a little hard to understand, but bear with me. So if I go back, one thing that people do a lot is they might have a melody that is the same as what say what you did, and I'm not saying this is going to work, but say this is the melody. Well, what they'll do is they'll play the melody over and over again, but we'll do the chords in a different color. They'll have different chords being played while the melody's staying the same, and that way we get a different relationship between the melody and the chords each time, and that gives us some form of development or movement. If you're playing kind of, and I'm not saying it might not necessarily be the exact same melody each time the chords happen, but to me it sounds very similar, and you're getting this as a package deal. You're just kind of moving it up and down each time you change chords. Whereas you could come up with a melody, maybe a chord progression that moves. And these are my fancy chords, and maybe the melody does something that's interesting, that, you know, it builds tension here and then it resolves it here, then it builds some more tension here and then it resolves it here. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but it makes sense in my head. To me, I think creating a melody that goes over top of a chord and then just kind of transposing it up and down around with the chord progression, it just doesn't it doesn't work that well. So that's what I'm going to say about the melody. There is that spicy chord in here somewhere. There's just the melody to me doesn't really feel natural. It's mostly the ending. Na 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 na. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not that great at music, so you'll have to excuse my rambling. But that's how I feel. Let's keep going. This is better. This you've kind of the melody feels more what's the word I'm looking for? Intended. Why does my fucking camera keep freezing? 1 second. Oh yeah. It's like my camera itself is freezing. As a tritone interval. Yes, the devil's interval. Cool, so I guess my camera just is not working. And we're back. Great. It wouldn't be my stream if there wasn't 17 fucking technical issues. Okay, so the melody isn't the same each time. I think it's the dun 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 dun. It's that dun 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 dun. It's that you kind of do it the same interval each chord. Maybe switch that up a little bit. I don't know. I think that's gonna be my main feedback on this track is that the melody still kind of feels a little like it's better than it was before. It's an improvement. Uh but it still to me feels arpeggio like because it's the same sounding intervals moved up and down with the chords.
Only good vibes when you come in.
Yeah, I mean, I like that part the best, I think, out of the whole track, honestly. I think, like, you're definitely making some progress in the production. I would probably focus on getting better at melody creation and chords and melody. I think that's what you should focus on if I were you. And then besides that, it's a little crunchy in the master, just I think mostly when the kick and the snare or kick and clap hit. But you are continuing to improve, so keep going. All right, let's move on. We got Nemkai, Delta Fuel, and I'm gonna go grab this track, Boudrix. I'm having some weird like audio driver issues. I'm gonna restart my sound card. Wish me luck. Hello, check. All right, I'm back. Let's see if that fixed it. Isn't that funny? And now it's not playing. This is great. Let's see what happens when I open this up. At least you can hear me talk. That's let's try restarting FL, shall we? Don't look at my desktop. It's terrible. FL Studio ACO something error. I don't like that. What in the fuck? Shared mode. Do I have something else that's using it? Let's try closing Chrome. I don't know what else would be using. Hey, can you send me the mod deets? Slack, which I haven't used in 3 or 4 years. That should none of this. Okay, let me try restarting it one more time. Yeah, like I said, don't look at my desktop. It's bad. Couldn't initialize rendering in shared mode. If this doesn't help, please report this on our tech support forums. Oh, what is even happening? Does this work? Nope. Perfect. Oh, holy Lord. So wait, it works. Oh, this is better. Anybody have any FL Studio tips here? All right, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to probably restart my computer. Motherfucker. All right, I'll be right back. Here we go.